What's up, guys? Lord from Africa, aka Rogan Osrine, back at you with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about why men take abuse from modern women. You know, when you guys look at how men are raised up to be subservient, they're raised up to be under the woman. I mean, you have nothing but these backward celebrities like Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat. A lot of these female artists are pushing for men to just be under women. They love feminism. And the result of the Western society today is men not knowing who they are, not knowing the type of women who are actually interested in them, not knowing that women only care about men's looks and they care nothing for personality. So I have some video examples for you guys today that we're going to look at in a few minutes. But to just spew and just talk about how men are just taught to take abuse from women, I mean, it starts at an early and young age, when especially when you're growing up in a house with a single mother or just mostly all women around you. Because you guys have to understand, in the modern world today, women are basically the breadwinners mostly today, and they're running these families that we see today as well. Wherever you have a large number of women, I mean, you're gonna have men who just are weak, man, and that's just what it is. So many men from the time they are children up to high school and college have went through so much emotional pain and abuse to where it's not even funny, to where it can be used for a sitcom, man. So many men are feeling just void, alone, and sad from all of the emotional abuse they've took from women. And men as a whole haven't been taught to really just take care of themselves, their mental health, and worry about the things that they're passionate for. You see, whenever you have to go out your way to impress a woman, whenever you have to go out your way to just do the most to get a woman to see you, like, performing some type of song for her, which is cringe in itself, right, guys? And just over complimenting her, you are setting yourself up for a bigger downfall that you're in right now. Because the men who are attractive, they really don't have to go up to women, they don't even have to look at them. Their presence is just felt by women. They see these men and they're immediately interested. And this is only for a small majority of men like the Chad Rones that you see, right? But when it comes to men being abused by women, even men that are attractive aren't safe from it. I mean, you've had men, and a lot of these Hollywood spirits like Michael B. Jordan. You had even Johnny Depp when he was a young man, even before the whole Amber Heard situation, right? He had so many stories and breakups, of women he tried to marry, he was dating, and these women were abusive, just like his mother was. And this is why I say it's a good example of it starts at a younger age for men. I mean, it starts in the home, the females that you're surrounded by, the female energy that is inhabiting your existence that you live in. So a lot of men are growing up in an era to where young women have been taught to disrespect men. They're taught that the modern man is lower than them, the average guy. They're taught that they need the best type of man who's over 6'6". He has to be giant. He has to be so jacked, ripped, He has to be such a just, athlete, a jock, a douchebag, because a lot of women lie when they say personality. When women say they want a man with a good personality, that means they want a man with a good face, good height, a guy who's good in bed, a guy who has a bunch of money. That's what personality means whenever women try to speak womanese and translate that, guys. I mean, even in today's video, I'm going to show you right now, one of them, of a guy who literally looks like a total, Chad Roan type of guy getting screamed at the airport. And I know you guys have probably saw this, but I want to use this as an example and dissect and break down why men are just taught to take abuse from women, guys. Like, it's no joke. It's literally sad. So let's look at this footage right here. And listen to how shy and timid this guy sounds. Like I just find it so crazy, that a man isn't allowed to raise his voice. Now, if he was raising his voice in public, all the men would have swarmed there. It would have been like, "Oh, he's abusing her. Don't talk to her that way, Meryl. Come on, man. That's not how you talk to women." But this woman is screaming her lungs out at this guy, telling him she hates him, doing this in public airport, embarrassing this poor guy. And you even hear a woman cackling, laughing, that whole witch just evil laugh. Now, you have some people that are laughing at this. So, do you see how men are just conditioned to take all types of abuse from women? It's sad. Look at the pain in this man's eyes. And this is exactly what happens when, even as an attractive man, if you are not safe from this type of just ridicule, humiliation, and just horrible emotional spews from women, what do you think is going to happen to you as a man who calls himself trying to ascend? Look at the look on this man's face. If he's getting this, what do you think you're going to get? I mean, these are just the facts here that women as a whole disproves this video that they are conditioned to view men as lower than them. They can humiliate them and use them as a toy to just torture at will. And it's a very brutal world we live in, to where your looks can't even save you from female just judgment. It's insane. So when you look at it for what it is, from how men are just being abused nowadays, even on the dating apps, some of the messages that I've seen that some of these YouTubers show, of women just saying the most just horrible stuff, the most just gut wrenching and just disgusting stuff you can tell a human being. I saw one message to where a guy was just average looking, and he messaged this girl and said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And you know what she sent back? She said, "Oh, no, I'm not doing well because you just texted me. Goodbye." Just things that can destroy a man's confidence. Now, imagine being told this in real life, how you would feel. Bad enough is online, but imagine getting this in real life as well, that most men that are average and sub 5 get. You know, the most screwed up thing about this is you're still going to have men who are these red pill dating coaches. Some of these even TikTok e-boys who are starting to try and sell looks maxing courses. So it's bad when you have TikTok boys trying to sell e-boy like maxing courses on looks. And another thing you guys have to take in consideration is on TV shows, like, I don't know if you guys remember, like Family Guy, American Dad, South Park. If you watch these shows still, which you probably do, right? They always make the male character such a just clueless imbecile, like Peter, and the Randy guy off South Park, for examples. I mean, they always make them like they're so clueless, like they're so goofy, and the woman has to come in and correct them. The woman is the logical, and the emotionally rational person. When this is further from the truth, women today, if anything, act worse than the male character on these shows like Family Guy, American Dad, South Park. The whole entitlement of being able to break a man's will with women is just is sickening, to where I'm losing words, guys, because it's like, I like talking about this topic, but sometimes it gets to where it's overwhelming for me, because having to keep observing female nature over and over again, which is why I want to do more topics. But on the topic of women abusing men, because I want to stay on topic, right? You have to look at this, goes back, like centuries, to where when men left, to go to war, going further back into history, when the men weren't around and they were hunting, having to fight off threats, etc. You had women around raising the children, and that's how it first started. The strands of the whole female independent boss babe comes all the way back into Neanderthal times. When you look at how human anatomy is set up for you to just fail and like the very things and need them, even though they're destroying you, it's just so brutal when you realize it that your looks and your luck is going to determine your lot in life. And I even want to show you guys this other video that will speak for itself and take it all away from how what women really think of men in this modern era. This woman is going to say it in this very video right here, who goes by the name of Elisa Jordana, and her boyfriend, Baram Alipour, just treated this guy just horrible, talking to him like he's nothing on the street. But this is what happens when you're an average sub 5 less male.
No, I don't think that entire thing's true.
Okay.
We would be doing. We would.
You know how you would know?
How?
You would have more than 100 views.
That's so dumb.
Literally how it works.
Literally not how it works.
Really.
Literally, you'll be in the dust in 5 years. I will not even know you then, and I'll be huge, and you'll still be nothing. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Hello?
Look how she's talking to this man like he's nothing. I'll be someone and you'll be in the dust. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly how women look at you. They treat you like you're a little boy. Notice how she's talking to her boyfriend, this average sub 5 guy, right? She's talking to him like he's her son. Like, this is insane. Men are literally taught to date women that act abusive like their mothers, their aunts, their grandmothers.
Hello?
That wasn't very nice.
What's going on? You'll be nothing, asking your dad for 8% of your money, and I'll be like a huge YouTuber with 1 million subs, and I guarantee that. And I'll ignore you in the chat.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left.
Look how she's smiling when she says this, the little smirks in there. This is the modern woman's fantasy. To treat you like dust. To treat you like the dog crap she steps over when she's walking in the street. This is their fantasy of how they really view men in this modern world. It is insane the type of sickening words that modern women will say to you when you are not deemed as in just all that interesting and very attractive guy. And what does this show you? Even when you so-called call yourself ascending to get this type of woman, and she's average at best, So for all the men out there who talk about looks maxing, ascending, if you weren't getting female attention when you were younger that was positive, if you were mostly being abused by women, most likely because of how you look and, just how women just view men to just be under them, and even attractive men aren't safe, guys. What does this tell you? What is waiting for you when you call yourself trying to date a woman nowadays? It's the same outcome. You're going to deal with the same type of woman, the same type of woman who has no boundaries, no respect for her fellow modern man, the same type of woman who does not care if you feel any type of emotional hurt. A man's emotional hurt for the modern women nowadays is literally like her drinking champagne on a hot day on the beach. Yes, guys. A man's pain is literally like for a woman, like she is drinking champagne on a hot day at the beach. So if your pain as a man is being siphoned and is that enjoyable for women to just see, don't even think about putting yourself out in the dating market. It's beyond over, guys. I mean, I really can't tell you how even more over it is from this video. I mean, this should just explain it from itself. And to be a man who wants to deprogram from his taking of abuse and how his mother and women around him raised him to take from women, you really have to start speaking up for yourself. Stop taking crap from women. Start telling them the real, how it is. That's why you see on my videos, whenever I feel like dealing with this female hypocrisy nonsense, I tell women how it is. Don't take crap from women. If you have to avoid the majority of women, do it then. Because your sanity, your mental health, your just type of peace you have in your life is all dependent upon that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me what else you want me to elaborate on in the comment sections. I'd highly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. And like I always tell you guys, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.